Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my first baddie on a budget makeup glam tutorial. I just went ahead and jumped in the tutorial already, putting on my foundation. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte foundation. And then prior to putting on my foundation, I did spray my skin down with rose water. I moisturized and I primed with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, the luminous one I used. And as you can see now, I am just going ahead and highlighting my face. I'm using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I actually never used anything from their line, the Can't Stop Won't Stop line, but I definitely, when I go back to Target, I definitely will be getting the foundation because this concealer was freaking amazing. And what really gravitated me towards it, it was actually on clearance for $4, and I'm like, why not? And plus, like, the shade, when I use concealer, it has to be a yellow undertone, and this was like a super yellow undertone. It was just perfect. So I'm like, yeah. And then, I mean, the coverage, as you can see, it's blending out super easily. So yeah. I'm just highlighting the high points of my face, under my eye, sides of my nose, my upper lip, because I do like get redness around those areas. I did my chin, I did my forehead a little bit. And I am also going to take that concealer on top of my lids, you know, kind of use it as a 2-in-1, as an eyeshadow primer, and to like kind of get that darkness away from my eyelids. So yeah, I'm just blending that concealer out with my sponge. Now I am taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Beautiful Bronze. If it's not Beautiful Bronze, then I'm using Chestnut. I'm actually not sure. I can't really tell in the video what shade it is. But yeah, I'm just contouring my cheeks, temples, sides of my nose, and I did do my bottom lip just so it can appear a little bigger than what it actually is. Now I'm going to go ahead and blend all that concealer out with my e.l.f. stippling brush. To be honest, I don't really care for that brush to blend concealer out, but it was the only kind of brush I had on hand at the moment to blend any kind of cream products out. And as you can see, I kind of did dip in and go back to that beauty sponge, but it just had too much concealer on it at the time, and it kind of was like making my contour look muddy. So as you can see, I just did went back to the brush. You know, I can make it work or whatever. So I did that. And as you can see right now, I'm just blending all that contour out, trying to blend it out as much as possible with that brush. Cannot stand it. And for my nose, I actually use a different brush. I don't use that it's just too big to try and blend out my nose. And that's the brush. It's some type of, I don't know the exact name or the number of the brush, but it's from Morphe. And anytime I use cream product on my nose, I always use that brush, and it just kind of blends it out seamlessly for me. But you are going to see me go back in with my beauty blender to kind of, you know, go over it. So yeah, I'm just blending out my nose with that brush. Now I'm taking my beauty blender to kind of clean up that contour, sharpen it out, clean it up. Yep. Take it on my nose. I'm gonna probably just blend all the contour out. Just make sure it's, you know, not looking messy, or, you know, just blending it out, making sure everything looks seamless, because things can get crazy when you cream contour. So yep, everything's blended out. So now what I'm gonna do is take my Makeup Revolution powder in the shade Banana. Before I apply that powder, I am gonna get the creases. I'm gonna take a different sponge, the sponge that I applied the concealer with. I'm gonna take that and get all those creases out before I set anything. All right, so now I dipped into the powder, setting my under eye. I'm gonna set my eyelids as well. What I just pointed out, it was like a dry spot at the time up there, and the powder was just clinging to it. So yep, just setting the high points, setting anywhere where I get oily or whatever, like the sides of my nose, under my eyes, smile lines. I do set those, my chin, middle of my eyebrows. And I actually am going to set my whole face with this powder just because this night I was going out. So I did want my makeup to kind of, last all throughout the night. I usually don't set my entire face with baking powder just because, I am going to go in with another, whatever I contour or bronze with, that's going to be a powder. So I usually don't set my entire face with the translucent powder just because I feel like it's just a lot. But again, like I said, I was going out this night, so I just kind of wanted everything to last all night. So just a extra layer, some extra protection. So now I'm just blending I'm not blending, I'm pressing the powder into my skin to make sure it's set and everything. And what I am going to do now is dust off that excess powder off of my skin. And I do take whatever powder is left over and I run it over my eyebrows, as you can see, because my eyebrows do get super greasy and I did want my eyebrows to last all night. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face with that setting spray and use the bottom of that sponge to press the product into my skin just to, make sure everything's, pressed in, blended. So now I'm using the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Soleil, I believe. And I specifically use this bronzer because, as you can see, we use so much powder. We use so much powder on the face, and that, baked bronzer actually has like a lot of sparkle and shine in it. I was super matte and I kind of wanted, some shine back. And yeah, that bronzer has that sparkle and stuff in it. And I also use that bronzer because I don't use highlight on my cheeks. So, that kind of gives me that shine without putting, any extra product on my cheeks or whatever. So, yeah, I'm just taking that bronzer wherever I cream contoured with. So yeah, just doing that now. And then I'm going to run it on my nose as well. I don't really consider this contouring my nose just because I'm not really being precise with it. I'm kind of just, running it over my nose or whatever. All right. And next I'm going to take, we're finished bronzing. So now I'm going to take my Morphe Contour powder to kind of contour, just get it a little, just contour, get it sharper, deepen everything up. And I'm using a bigger, fluffier brush to contour with. My cheekbones, I'm honestly going over wherever I bronzed. So yeah. And next I'm going to take a Wet n Wild blush. I'm actually going to use two blushes because this first blush, I kind of just use it for the sparkles in it, the shine. It doesn't really show up much, any color. And then the second blush that I'm going to use is actually for color. It's a matte blush, and it does kind of give me, some colors to the face or whatever. But this first blush that I use is just purposely for the shine. And I do take that blush everywhere that I bronze and contoured as well. I don't know. I just always do it like that. So, yep. And that is the second blush. It's by Wet n Wild as well. This one is just a matte blush. Yep. So I'm just taking that blush, putting it on the same places that I contoured and highlighted, like I said. I love putting blush on my nose. Like, oh my God, super cute. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my face because I'm pretty much done with my base. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes now. Oh, and I'm going to, again, take that beauty blender and kind of press that setting spray into my skin. I always do that. And now I am going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. I need some color to my eyes. I'm going to be taking a Morphe palette. This is like one of those new, one of their new palettes. Well, it's not new anymore, but you know, it's a newer version of like the first palette that they have like that. So I'm just taking like a pretty neutral shade, like a brown or something. You know, I don't really go too crazy with the shadow. I just kind of use like one or two shadows that kind of favor each other, and I kind of just run it over my lid. I just want some color on there. I don't really care too much for the cut creases and all that, because I wear like 25 lashes, so like whatever the lashes overpower whatever look I put on my on my lid. So I don't really care too much to have like, you know, a cut crease or put any glitter or anything, because my lashes are gonna like overpower everything. So yep, I'm just gonna apply this shadow to my other lid. And after this, I am gonna apply a wing liner, and I'm gonna do my lashes, and I'm gonna do a lip liner, and I'm using cork, and I'm gonna use just I'm probably gonna use a pink. I did use a pink gloss, and I did all that off camera. I just wanted to let you know, give you a heads up. So yeah, and you'll see that in the next clip. So I'm just blending all that out, and I'm gonna grab that liner and apply my lashes and everything off camera. And the look is finished. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye.